I get money in my sleep, I could never be weak.
Let me ask you a question, Bush.
Welcome to the show.
We back again, another one. Welcome back, man. It's your boy Bush. Got BullRad in the building, as usual. What's going on, though, man? Salute to the people, salute to the world. We're going through a lot. We've been going through a whole lot of changes. You know, the usual. I titled this one, though, The Ruler's Back. If you remember that Jay-Z song, BullRad, The Ruler's Back?
I didn't know. I didn't even see the name. That's funny.
You don't remember that song? The Ruler's Back. You got Trump going crazy. You got Jay-Z. He come back. He seems to be, he said he upset about, you know, the different things, I guess, the Epstein and Nikki. We'll take a little look at the some of that interview and react to it. Then I'm gonna have to argue with BullRad over this Trump stuff. But we good. BullRad, what's up though, man? Why you acting like that today? You smoking that Reggie over there?
Nah, I'm on that good Cali right now, and it's giving me a little anxiety. But I'm ready to rock. Like, let's go. Jay-Z, cry me a fucking river, you rich bastard. Let's go. I feel so bad.
I hear you. Nah, I hear you. All right, let's get into it then. Hey, that's what we do. Little piece. We ain't gonna play this whole interview, but I just want
to. Yeah, it's been a minute.
What have you been up to?
Wow, everything, a lot. Most people go through their things, you know, very privately.
You took it on tour,
live every night. It was so healing. I'm fucking Jay-Z, respectfully.
Or
like, for what? To what end?
He said, "I'm Jay-Z, respectfully."
Yeah,
let's get to these questions.
I mean,
ain't nobody just with that no more. You feel me? Just because you Jay-Z, I get it. But we happy we coming back. You know, them tickets I heard is costing pretty penny, but let's get back to it though.
I haven't been that angry in a long time.
There we go.
Uncontrollable anger. Like, you don't put that on someone. Like, that's a.
Hey, Jay get angry. We know he's known to get. I mean, we seen what happened. People got, you know, touched with the knife before, so he shot his brother before. That's on record. I could see him having an issue with anger.
He's petty.
Maybe wanted to.
And like that whole Busby,
this civil lawsuit that was dropped, dismissed.
That shit took a lot out of me. I was angry. I haven't been that angry in a long time. Uncontrollable anger. Like, you don't put that on someone. Like, that's the thing that you better be super sure. It used to be like that. Like, you have to be super sure before you put those kind of things on a person. Especially a person like me. Like, even when we were doing the worst things, we were doing bad, we had those kind of rules. There was a line, no women, no kids. You know, you hear those sayings, but those are things that I took from the street. You know, morals, integrity, code.
So, for some reason, because, you know, he's on, you know, with the money and everything that he's got going on, he's not average, obviously. He should, you think it's cool for him to judge people for, in this day and time, all the stuff we hearing about these people or whatever else stuff that's going on? If we hear any, you know, I mean, he shouldn't blame people when you're in the social media era right now, but I don't know who he's angry at, you know what I mean?
No, he's angry. He's angry at, he didn't, like, he went to court. He had to go to court over it, got dismissed. But people talking like it was fact before he even went to court about it. And it got dismissed. And people still talking about it like it's fact. So, like, I get where he's coming from, especially if it's, let's just say it's a baseless accusation. Let's just say it is, and the internet just concocted shit that makes it look like it's like that. I mean, it can be like that. It can be circumstantial. He may not be into that shit. It just seemed like he was. But, like, the internet's really good at making bullshit up too. You know what I mean? So, like, if it wasn't true, I could see him being super tight about that, because people are condemning you before you even had your day in court. That's crazy.
I think he's being naive to the fact that it's going to happen. Have any type of stuff like that happen to anybody, people going to automatically just go with the bad because that's what people do. And obviously, we've seen Bill Cosby, somebody who doesn't have a gangster image, a gangster, background, and we see what he did and what he's convicted of. Like you see Diddy in jail, and you got Jay-Z, who's come from the street element, which most of the time, got more morals than these guys, to tell you the truth. But at the same time, he's being naive to think that the people ain't going to just jump on that pause because that's what we live in now. That's even, that's all time been like that since media.
And he's been in the game a long time, so he should know about that.
Yeah, exactly. But he's angry, but I dig it. I know one thing. I'm not trying to go to that concert because he might have lookouts for me up at that. Hey, yo, ho.
Those things I took because we lived and died by that. So it's strict for me. Like it meant a lot to me. I took that really hard, and I knew that we was gonna walk through that.
Mm-hmm.
We was gonna walk through that because first of all, it's not true, and the truth is, at the end of the day, it still reigns supreme.
When you're feeling these feelings, how do you then bounce back and get back to being Jay-Z?
I don't know. This is the first thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
Actually, it was just like, all right, man, we played enough defense. 2026 is all offense.
Boy, he said he was angry, so he coming back with revenge. Imagine how tight his circle's about to be now, though. Ain't nothing. But man, I seen it affecting a lot dealing with him. So I think it's crazy that he's bouncing back like this, and he's throwing this big concert. I think at the Yankee Stadium. It's about to be insane. It's just, I don't know, man. He can't. If it's not the truth, you shouldn't get that. I don't understand the. You know what I mean? If it's not the truth, yeah, I get the anger, I guess. But I'm just saying, it ain't the truth. You about to, you know what I mean? That don't mean shit.
Wait, so he's mad about rape allegations, so he's gonna go and throw a huge concert and get $400 a ticket minimum? Yeah, cool.
I think it's more than that, actually. Tell you the truth.
Do you feel that way at the time, though?
No, he's still Jay-Z. I know, I get it. But it's like, I'll catch the video from Instagram feeds. I'm good.
Because you can't afford it. That's why.
I'm not trying to blow that much money going to see Jay-Z as a washed-up rapper.
Had some hot chick was like, "Come on, please." You
That would definitely not buy the ticket then.
Player, I heard that, Mac.
No.
We give him one more question, then we get on to this other thing.
No, at the time I wanted a deal.
Were you
So I went to
dejected,
every
Homo?
single label, huh?
Did you feel like dejected or?
I wasn't. Yes, I was rejected, not dejected.
Okay.
And you know what I mean? Like every door was, but I always believed in myself.
Yeah.
It wasn't a moment that I thought I'm not good enough for this industry.
Salute to that. We already know all that. But yeah, man, I just wanted to touch on the fact that I found it interesting. He was like, he wanted to talk about how angry he is about the situation. Just leave that alone, tell you the truth. Do what you do usually when the lame is talking about you, you don't mention it. You know what I mean?
No, but there's certain allegations that shit is fucked. If you didn't do that shit and then people are laying that on you and then you get it cleared out and they still saying you're doing that, it's kind of crazy. Like he's not out here. He's not out here talking about the Illuminati allegations. You know what I mean? He's going after the one that you don't really fuck with, and he's like pissed about it. And he has a right to be. Like, you got fans for so long, they rock with you, and then all of a sudden everybody's like, I knew he was a piece of shit. That's fucked up.
It was cool. I think it was brave for him to speak on it. I know, but I'm just saying, like, man,
and that's don't make. He's not on Twitter. He's not on fucking Instagram talking shit. This is Jay-Z. He hasn't said a word about none of it publicly, which is crazy.
That's not surprising. He always moved, with a certain, that's Jay-Z. Come on now. But salute everybody.
Compared to other people, though, other people would be talking about it all day, every day.
Man, I can't put myself in them shoes, but yeah, I definitely would have to defend myself. But he beat the case. The case was dropped. He said he don't do no settlements. He said settlements ain't in his, he said that ain't in his DNA. So
good. Settlements piss me off because it cast doubt. Yeah,
for sure. you messing with Hov, you going to court because he ain't doing no settlements.
And I respect that.
For sure. Salute to that. You know, hey, I'm gonna watch that whole interview. I think I did. I watched like half of it. It's not bad. You know, Jay-Z. We still got questions about that Epstein bullshit, but hey, everybody, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, let's move on, man. Shit, you know.
Here we go.
Actually, let me just play some content, then we'll get into it, because I just don't understand who's telling the truth, who's lying, what's going on. I know you don't like
his position at the weekend. Donald Trump now says the US has held talks with what he called the top reasonable person in Iran, and claims that Tehran wants to make a deal, allowing him to pull back for 5 days from his threatened strikes on Iran's energy infrastructure. But Iran says no such talks have taken place. 2 days ago, Mr. Trump said he would obliterate Iran's power plants unless it reopened the crucial shipping channel, the Strait of Hormuz, by midnight tonight. Well, after his comments, high oil prices fell and stock markets rebounded, prompting the leader of Iran's parliament to suggest fake news was being used to manipulate the oil markets. We'll be examining the economic impact of Mr. Trump's latest words, and we'll be asking our international editor, Jeremy Bowen, to shed.
Okay, so that's interesting. So, but like, and you made a point earlier, we ain't gonna just believe what Iran said. I just want
to discuss potential negotiations between the U.S. and Iran. CBS News
on this one. I don't get it. Like, why is everybody going with the known terrorist who killed 35,000 of their own people last month? Why do we believe anything they fucking say? Oh, they say they have this, they have that, they can do this, they can do that. We fucking bomb the shit out of their infrastructure. They just start launching missiles in every direction at every person that they've ever talked to. They're irrational and they didn't do shit. We fucking thumbed them out in 2 hours.
This topic ain't about why do people believe anything. It's about is it true or not? Is he in peace negotiations or not? Because that's what our president says. Yeah. Because right now, all for the action.
For sure. But my question to you is, do they know who he's talking to? You know? I doubt he's talking to Islamists, so they're the ones on the phone to the BBC being like, we didn't approve shit. And he's like, yeah, I got a guy on the inside who's doing something. Like, I'm not going to tell you who he is, they'll kill him.
He got some high power, crazy secret guy who nobody can get close to.
Let me ask you a question. If you were like an Iranian looking to like take seat in an office right now, would you be more lenient to the Western Democrat side of things, democracy, or would you rock Ayatollah style and get blown up tomorrow? It doesn't seem like a great job to be an Ayatollah these days. So it looks like they're going to they're just going to have people stepping up who are not fit for the job, and we'll just keep whacking them off the fucking world until they put somebody in there who wants to deal with the West and be a normal human being instead of a terrorist. But until then, like, I wouldn't believe what Iran is saying. I would believe the leader of the free world. Like, he's got the reputation to stake on it. These people don't.
So Iran could be lying. You're saying they could be negotiating with him and lying to the press. You're saying,
yeah, 1,000%. Or they might. The ones that are talking to the press aren't really in charge anymore, and they don't know what the hell's going on over there. To be honest,
that sounds ridiculous. We heard
because they killed like 80 of the guys that were going to be in the job next. Like, they killed the Ayatollah, and they killed all 80 of his henchmen afterwards, who were going to be the next in line, and then they killed his son.
So that means wars. That doesn't mean that sounds like there's no type of peace negotiations going on.
It sounds like they're not in charge anymore, and a new regime is going to be coming in. That's what it sounds like to me.
All right, let me see.
Senior White House and political correspondent Ed O'Keefe joins us now. Ed, good morning. So where might be a potential off-ramp for this?
Well, that's what the president's looking for, El. Good morning. He has said from the beginning that the war would last about 4 weeks. We're now in week 4. With markets uneasy and the cost of gas climbing, President Trump appears to be trying to find a way out.
They want very much to make a deal. We'd like to make a deal, too.
Touting the promise of a peace deal with Iran.
Major points of agreement. I would say almost all points of agreement.
President Trump insisted the U.S. is talking to what he called a, quote, top person.
We're dealing with the man who I believe is the most respected and the leader.
A senior Iranian foreign ministry official says Iran is reviewing points sent by the U.S. through a mediator, but no formal talks are underway. The president said,
when you kill off the leaders and all that, how is he gonna pick the leader? You know what I mean? Who's the leader? You feel me? So that's crazy right there. It's got to be you. Well, that's automatic saying that you're going in and taking over. There's no, you feel me? You setting it up to where, because how they picking the leader?
No, listen. Bottom line is the people with power over there are bad guys. So we have to go in and at first at least install a government that's good to the people and more democratic and more Western. Bottom line. It just has to be that way. They can't be run by Islamists anymore. Like, you can be a Muslim, that's fine.
A lot of people
in the country funding 90% of terrorism. That's what the government of Iran does up until last week. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they do.
He's sending the goons and the YNs to hit the streets out there. Get some order. I don't know.
Out there right now, and he's sending the 82nd Airborne in. They're gonna drop in. And those boys are gonna get cut loose and get some. It's not gonna be good for the IRGC. You know, like they're not there regular Iranians, but anybody who wants to pick up a gun against Western forces over there and live up to that death to America shit's gonna find out real quick who's gonna win that fight.
I guarantee it. And you'd be like, no, he's a fucking idiot. Why is he doing this? But because it's Trump, he'd be with it all. Hands down.
No. But one of the only good things that Biden did was put like a $250 million bounty on, somebody's head out there in Iran. It was nothing. It didn't amount to shit. But at least they denounced Iran. I was happy about that. But that's not good enough. Not good enough. Watch, bro. Watch. If this works out, and they actually put an honest, more Western-friendly, more democratic society in Iran, watch how terrorism in the Middle East and worldwide starts to fall off, except for small, isolated cells in the Western world now that people are here and still going to do some shit, you know what I mean? Like local shit, local terrorism. But other than that, like terror in the Middle East is about to end. It could really end here,
terror from a country, yeah, but terror is always.
I mean, state-sponsored terrorism. State-sponsored. You're still going to get assholes around the world that want to do evil shit, but that'll fizzle out over time.
You say it could, but
it's expensive.
Trump is lying. He's not in negotiation with no peace talks right now. He's just going in there bombing, doing this thing, and taking over. Let's be honest here. Come on now. Let's be real here.
If that is the case. I don't care. Like, wait, hold on. Let me ask you a question. We're in the middle of a war right now. Why should he be telling anybody anything?
Yeah, because the American people deserve to know the truth. That's why. What do you mean? Excuse me?
Too bad. They can find out.
You got people dealing with anxiety, people dealing with all kind of shit. People don't like war. You call them whatever you call them, hippies because they don't like war or whatever. But you got people that don't, and people want to know. That's all. It's happened, so be it. But he does have to talk to people.
They don't need to
know. This ain't a monarchy. This is the Democrat.
We don't need enemies watching what's going to happen on the fucking BBC the night before it happens. They can wait a week and tell you later. Like, it's okay. The people who are protesting will survive another day with their anxiety over the war they're not going to fight. Like,
who's not going to fight? You got people's children out there, people's families out there. What do you mean? The people are out there fighting.
100%. But I'm talking about you. I'm talking about the people with blue hair, the people with blue hair that are out there protesting in the streets of America. They're protesting about a war they're not going to fight. There's young Americans that are willing to sacrifice and willing to put it on the line. They're going to fight. I can see them having anxiety about the situation, but I guarantee you, majority of them are pretty excited to be going.
I guarantee a lot of them boys out there don't want to. They thought they was going to get in there and be safe and get out, do their little 3 years, 5 years, and get the hell out.
That's a very stupid thing to think when you join the American military.
That's true, but I'm just saying. You're saying it like everybody's all and nobody needs to know what's going on because we're all down with it. No, this is not how it works here. I'm sorry. Feel
what
me?
Do you mean? There's proud Americans out there that join our military that they're not frontline soldiers, but they're out there and they're in the ships, they're in the fucking, they're loading planes, and they're all fucking super psyched to be a part of this. So like they're playing in the game now. They're ready to rock. Like this is what they want. This is why they joined the military. They could have went to college.
A lot of people say, and then there's a statistic saying, ever since it popped off, the Epstein search is 95%. It went down 95%. People saying just a distraction. They saying why?
That's nothing new. I mean, the wag the dog shit, create a war here so nobody pays attention to what goes on over there. It's nothing new. It's been going on for a long time too, but this is a good thing. Like we're getting rid of a bad regime in Iran. That's a good thing. That is a good thing.
You did say before something about the time, and I wanted you to explain it again because I remember you saying something about the timing too. Like, why is it good? You know, why is it a good time? You feel me?
Why is it a good time now?
Yeah. Besides the Epstein, I remember
I mean, the last 3 months, the American military has been showcasing its abilities in a grand scale, putting the world on notice. Like they're letting people know, like, no, you're gonna do the right thing. America inherently does the right thing. You can say whatever you want about corruption, this, that, the third. Inherently, we're not out there blowing good people up. You know what I mean? Like we don't push it like that. But
all right, that happens sometimes.
No, we've been taking shots left and right for years now, and it's like we run this bitch. Like it wouldn't be fair trade if our Navy wasn't out there ensuring fair trade every day. That's the whole mandate of the United States Navy.
People die in war on both sides, sir, and you can say whatever. Soldiers are just soldiers for the most part. A lot of them, they don't know they're just fighting for their country. They don't know they got these guys up top that's whatever. So it's just a war. You can't say, "Oh,
politics
America
don't matter when you're a soldier." The politics
cannot
don't
say
matter.
that.
No, when you're a soldier, the politics don't matter. That shit doesn't matter. You got a job to do. You signed up for it. You're fully aware that it could have gotten like that. You know?
Yeah, but you're suggesting that our bombs don't get innocent people sometimes? Are you crazy?
Yeah, of course they do. It's a fucking war, bro. It's a casualty of war. But you know what? We don't off 35,000 of our citizens. No, but our government doesn't off 35,000 of our citizens for protesting.
No, not at all. No,
exactly. But they do. They do, and that shit ends. When we have a military the way we do.
That was the thing. Yeah, B-Rad, that was what that was a part of it. Yeah, that you were saying. That's, and that was like crazy to be going through that at the time. And then, they were out there killing the protesters, all that.
That shit needs to end. If America wants to be out here talking about, we're holier than thou, then we need to swoop in and stop shit like that yesterday. It's a long time overdue. People rose up and Donald Trump said, "Hey, don't give up on us. We're going to back you up." And they kept going and we came through. And we're going to take it from there and see what happens, man. Hopefully we can get a normal society out of there. Because it's not like it's never been like that there. It was like that once. Normal there in Afghanistan and Iran back in the late 70s, and that shit got all fucked up in 79.
The problem is always going to go back to that because of their ideology and stuff like that, I think.
But it's not the people's ideology, bro. Actually, only like 38% of the population out there is Muslim. The majority of people in Iran are Catholic.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
No shit, you didn't know that. Most people don't know anything about Iran, you know what I'm saying? They don't know shit about it. They just think it's like
I don't believe it either. So I'm going to look that up.
Look up pictures of Iran in the 70s. See what
Iran look up that fact that you just said, that 30%. I'm going to say, how many, hey, ChatGPT. What percentage of Iran is Muslim? Yeah, because we won't get to the bottom because I'm sick of people just saying shit and just, Okay, now, here we go.
Doesn't acknowledge they're Catholics. They don't acknowledge
people just want to say something, clown people. Oh, no, shit, you didn't know. Nobody knows nothing. Okay, let's read this then.
Go ahead.
Okay, officially widely cited estimates about 90 to 99% of Iran's population is Muslim.
That's cap.
Most of those Muslims are Shia and not, okay, whatever, buddy. Now you're a real Trump. You just want to. That's the facts, bro. Everybody know that.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Now, let me let these.
All right. Regardless, there's a ton of Catholics in that state. Not everybody in Iran is fucking Muslim.
He just sold some bullshit.
I'm telling you, bro.
He never did that.
Google it. Just look it up. Don't take Grok's word for it. Look it up. Really look
Google
it up.
What? I didn't take Grok. I asked the population of Muslims. You said it's only 30%, and the rest is Catholic or something like that. And that's not true. So that's all.
At least 30% of them are at least Catholic, if not more. I'll find out.
You just found it.
As the U.S. had in-depth, detailed, and constructive conversations with Iran, so he's postponed strikes on Iranian power plants for 5 days, after earlier threatening an attack on Monday if it didn't fully reopen the Strait of Hormuz.
They want peace. They've agreed they will not have a nuclear weapon.
The president said both sides have 15 points of agreement. Iran hasn't committed to any deal publicly. But stocks surged on word of the talks, and oil prices fell 10%. And with the Strait of Hormuz still effectively closed, the president suggested a unique partnership to keep oil shipments safe.
Me and the Ayatollah, whoever the Ayatollah is, whoever the next Ayatollah, look, and there'll also be a form of a very serious form of a regime change.
Despite the president's attempts to start talks with Iran, more than 2,000 Marines and 3 more warships are headed to the region. CBS News is also told Pakistan and Turkey are among the countries trying to get the U.S. and Iran to keep talking. Harold?
All right, at least
They said 2,000 more Marines and warships still coming through. Wow. I mean, and he probably understand probably where he's coming from. He probably like, yeah, it's going to be the new guy is going to be making peace. Whoever we pick, basically. And people are taking it like he's talking to somebody actually who is going to, I don't know. I'm just trying to understand because you see what the media are doing. They trying to say, oh, why is Trump lying about this and like type of shit.
I mean,
you there?
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm just like, I mean, give it a month. Like, see what happens in a month, and then we'll see what he was lying about and what he was being truthful about. Like, this is a war. Again, you don't want to broadcast to your enemies what you're going to do on BBC the night before. You know what I mean? Like, we've done that before.
But he took out didn't he take out all the Ayatollahs and everything down there?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's still guys that are like in that regime, but they're prime ministers, they're dignitaries. They're not like the core group.
You're right.
Lit up. And then on top of that, let's say you're part of an Islamist regime that just got nicked. You know what I mean? They're fucking done. But you're a low-level guy, and now you're talking to the BBC because you're the spokesman. What are you going to admit defeat? These people don't say die. You know what I mean? They're not be like, yeah, you bombed the fuck out of us and we're clocked out. No, they're like, we will win. We're killing everyone. And like,
the only problem with that is they got Iranian probably representatives saying that he's lying. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
Who are these people?
All I know is we took out like 9,000 targets over there, coordinated with Israel, and now the UAE and all these other countries that just got bombed by them for no reason, indiscriminately. They're all on our side. So like, there's about to be some alliances formed that the world never expected because people aren't cool with rockets getting fired into the middle of their business centers these days. The Middle East makes money in certain places now. It's not about bullshit anymore.
Money, Dubai and stuff.
This is some backwards ass thinking that this regime has that it needs to be corrected. Bottom line. And we shouldn't even be doing it. There's enough money and enough power in the Middle East for them to do it, but they haven't gotten it done. So we're going in and looks like they're on our side about it, most of them.
There's some Iranian, let me see, what is this? Hold on 1 second. Let's see what the hell they talking about. Oh, damn, hold on. Wrong one. I'm with you, I feel you. I just don't like, just tell us the truth. Say, okay, we going in there, we going to talk to, I just feel like he's not being honest with us and transparent,
Problem is we all want information right now because we're used to that now, that we live in the information age. We're used to we want to know what's happening. We're in the middle of a war, man. Like, they shouldn't be talking anything. There should be radio silence right now from the government until this shit's over. And then they'll be like, yeah, this is what we did. This is what happened. This is what it is. Like this bullshit of him saying half stepping and half talking and not talking full just breeds possibility for people to say you're lying. It's like, just keep your mouth shut and just do what you got to do. Don't worry about telling people shit. Tell them afterwards. Just know your tax dollars.
That's what you don't understand. You want a monarchy.
No, I think that we elect people for a reason. What are you talking about? Like, if
you're saying he went to lying us and doing whatever he wants, basically the people wanted that.
What do you mean he's not doing whatever he wants? Like, this is
just saying, like, if so you say we elect him for a reason. So if they're not in negotiation for peace, you're saying, oh, it's because he got it's a technique or whatever, a strategy. And it's like that, but that's weird to be lying to the people, though. That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. Nobody ever said to achieve peace that it's a peaceful mission. What are you talking about? Absolutely not. Like, we obtain
Oh, who
peace
said
through
that?
we
That's a
obtain
whole
peace
other.
through superior firepower, and that's the bottom line. That's why we have a
Nobody
military.
talking about a president that's telling the people, "Oh yeah, we're having peace, this and that. We're in negotiations for peace." When he could just say, "Oh nah,
We don't
it's
know
still
who
going.
he's talking to.
We
We
going
don't
to
know
we
who
going to succeed." Huh?
we don't know who anybody's talking to over there. Bro. It's a fractured regime. It's chaos
I
over
know.
there. Could you imagine?
Well,
Have you seen the footage? It's nuts. It's
you're
really
right about
crazy.
that. But I'm just
It's crazy.
fighting you on the thing that you're saying specifically. You say things like, "Oh, it's cool, whatever." But yeah, you're right. There's different people. That's a good point that I can't fight. But when you say stuff like, "Oh, it's war," y'all just be quiet and leave it. Don't worry about it, type stuff. No, that's not how it works here. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, I love listening to people on the news who don't know anything about military interaction. Not that I do, but like, we're commenting on it, but none of us know shit about going to war. You know what I mean?
No, I know that, but we're not talking. I'm not commenting on I'm not strategist. I'm commenting on a person's actions. That's what I do here. I'm not talking about the war and none of that. So you always go to that. But we are the people. Everybody talks. Everybody's human. Everybody, even the people that get paid for it, they talking, yeah. But they just, you know what I mean? So that's not what we talking about here, though. We talking about, do you think it's okay for him to be, if he lying or not? Or if it's, but you said we don't know who he's talking to, and that's cool. So yeah, he might be over there.
If he's lying, I'll be pissed. You know what I'm saying? But like, if he's not, like, we gotta wait and see. I mean, the buildings are still burning up there. They haven't even pulled the bodies out of the rubble yet. They don't know who's dealing with what. You know what I mean? They don't know who's.
He said it. Okay, cool.
It's crazy.
So
like, have you seen the footage? The footage is wild, man.
They said Iran warns U.S. strikes will have everlasting. Let's watch a little bit of this. It's supposed to be Iran again.
Interpreter, please speak.
Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, sir? In the English channel, can you hear me?
If I may just step in here and just translate real quick for my colleague. He's asking if there are still room for negotiations moving forward.
Negotiations moving forward.
Yeah, my man's about to be like, I don't know why the woman is speaking to me.
Yeah. He's like, I don't respond to the woman. Why is she? That's what's going on.
On the nuclear facilities, is there any intermediary country like Turkey, like Saudi Arabia, like Qatar? Are you continuing your such activities of mediation? How do you see the process? Thank you.
Oh, this shit, they don't even let me rewind this live.
Well, I have been in touch with Tehran, of course. I still do not have exact information about the level of damages, but I don't think it matters how much damages have been made. Attacking a nuclear facility by itself is an unforgivable violation of international law and should be condemned.
I thought we was at war here, buddy.
I don't know why we listen to these people. Like, I don't know why we listen to these fucking people.
I don't listen to these people. I'm doing a show here. I don't listen to those people.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying, like, the general public in America. Why are we even giving these assholes a microphone?
I doubt.
Who cares what they have to say? Who cares?
Now that's all in depth with them for sure. Well, it is some people live off fear. They need to be scared. They need that. They're looking for something to be scared of. So they're gonna pay attention to this instead of what Trump said.
This regime rules through fear. You know what I mean? Like the Iranian regime rules through fear. The point is not to go to war with the Iranian people. It's not that at all. It's to get their crappy government out of the way and stop like shitting on their people and the Middle East and the world in general. It's going to be a better place once they knock these people off the pedestal. I'm telling you, it's going to be bloody. Like, these people are down to fight. They're about that life for sure, but it's kind of one-sided, it seems, so far.
Okay, watch when they try to. You're gonna be like, no war, peace. They come try to recruit us.
ISIS Bush.
Be right about peace.
And we have to respond based on our
You gotta respond.
legitimate right of self-defense. And we will do that as long as needed and necessary.
All right.
We now
This is just too slow, too arrogant. Just all right, we get it. Hey, Lawrence, you want to watch more of it or what?
I mean,
You
I don't really care.
in negotiations in diplomacy and trade, what would be the conditions after responding for Iran to come back to a negotiation table, maybe with the US as well? And Turkey has been offering that Ankara can mediate for a trilateral between Turkey, US, and Iran. What would be your response to that? Because right now the US is technically involved in this conflict. Thank you.
Well, I think it is irrelevant to ask Iran to return.
It's irrelevant to ask Iran.
Like the arrogance, these people, the arrogance. Like,
I think it's Iran.
Act accordingly.
Look at where he's standing. They got him a mile away on the stage, way up there by himself. No, nothing on me. This all up there on the pedestal. You could tell the arrogance.
Diplomacy, because we were in the middle of diplomacy.
I am smart. You guys
but
stupid.
We were attacked militarily. So it was not Iran, but the US who betrayed diplomacy.
Oh.
They betrayed negotiations.
Oh.
When at the middle of negotiations with us, they...
Because now I see what the hell you saying, and you trying to act like you don't know. He capping. You said it. You was like, you don't tell these motherfuckers what you're doing. And you know, but so... Wow, maybe he is doing that. He is talking to the people and hey, yeah, and then still moving on them and taking over. I mean, he on my side, so I can't be. But I'm just analyzing the game. And is that what you meant when you said that?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, this is chess, not checkers. And like, what do you expect this guy to say? Even if he he wants to be like, man, what he really probably wants to say is, man, you guys fucked us up, and I don't even know what's going on. Like he said, he's like, we're in contact with Tehran. We have no clue who, what, where, what's going on out there. Like he's like, I don't know, but like, regardless, it doesn't matter because we are right. If he doesn't say that, they're gonna kill him as soon as he gets off the microphone. So like, he's got to play the game too.
He in a hot spot. He in a hot position. Look at him.
He is, and he has to tread lightly. He can't be out here talking fly shit because then they'll drop a bomb on him too.
And the last one, and the most dangerous one, was happened only last night when they crossed a very big red line by attacking nuclear facilities.
A very big red line.
I don't know how much room is left for diplomacy. We are now calculating the damages. And as I said, the damages are not only for our nuclear facilities. The damages are for the United Nations Charter. It was not only Iran's facilities which was bombed, it was also the United Nations Charter.
That's got to be scary for the Iranian people, the citizens, because he basically saying, ain't no diplomacy now, y'all bombed our whatever facilities. So, like, and now the people sitting there like, man, you better just bow down and chill out. You know what I mean? Because nobody wants their house.
They're not allowed to make nuclear weapons. And they went and started doing that. They were trying to do that. That's what he's talking about. That it's unforgivable that we blew up their nuclear weapons fucking facility that they weren't supposed to have and aren't allowed to have by international law. Like, NATO goes there to make sure he's not making weapons. And guess what they were doing?
Wow.
They tried to do that shit after we blew it up the first time. Fuck these people.
It was also non-proliferation.
So he's basically saying, no, ain't no wrong for none of that. We going at it.
I mean, you gotta respect the guy, like you said, he's in a shit spot. I wouldn't give a bucket of spit for his life. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't want to be him. My God, that'd be an awful position to be in. Like, they are all the way. It's not a good thing. Like, we're blowing them up from a distance. We're not even going there.
What the hell's going on? Why'd she do that? Oh, damn.
It's
Hold on,
terrifying.
yo.
I feel bad for the Iranian people because they're getting shitted on by their own government. And now their only option is to have bombs going off in their neighborhoods. Like, that's not cool, obviously. You know, like, there's a lot of kids there. They're gonna get hurt. Kids are gonna get hurt. I mean, it's a war. It's really shitty. But you don't not fight a war because innocent people might die. Because if you allow these people that run Iran to continue running Iran, more innocent people are gonna die. So it sucks. It's tough to be the one to fucking make that call. You know, it is. You're muted. You're muted. Can't hear you. You're still muted.
Yeah, I know, B-Rad. I'm on the phone. I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell you. Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. I saw you give me the thumbs up. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, sorry. Oh, here we go. This stuff is terrifying.
Yeah, so this is why I'm saying nobody like war. You feel me? It's crazy, but it is what.
You know what's wild, bro? I was watching video of these bombs before, like dropping all over the place, bro. It looked like something in that movie Cloverfield, where you just see like a rocket come in and just this crazy explosion. It looks fake, but it's real. It's crazy.
Yes, sir. So because of the people, the leaders doing what they do, now the citizens gotta, go through this. So it's like, damn. It is, but we luckily with technology now, they targeting the right facilities, and it ain't like a fucking, just a slaughter of people. You hit the facilities, you pinpoint, you don't, so yeah.
Dude,
we got the best technology.
There's a couple, I don't mean to cut you off, but there's a couple of videos of like rockets slamming into the side of a building like that, like just all across the Middle East, like in the UAE and Bahrain, like they're just lighting up like civilians. They're not hitting military targets necessarily. Iran is shooting at just civilians all over the place. Like I don't know if it hit it or it just went by it, but you see a rocket go by the Burj Khalifa. It's the tallest building in the world in the United Arab Emirates. It's huge. And it goes right by the hotel. I think I might have hit it. I don't know that for sure, but it didn't look good.
They're in a bad spot. Dubai. Oh man.
I'm saying
that's a bad spot to be in. All that money invested, shit.
They don't want any of this nonsense. So they're like, I'm telling you, like, there's going to be peace in the Middle East soon. It's going to be crazy.
What do you think about his timeline? Trump said it's going to be over in within, what he say, a couple of weeks. Is that true? Because he said that about a lot of.
I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. I would think it would take a little longer, but they have bombed the shit out of them. Like he's
underestimating it because he's we American and he just know the technology and the power. But you ain't down there in that field though, Trump. It might take a little longer. You feel me? Tell you the truth.
For sure. And when you put boots on the ground, if you put Marines and you put the 82nd Airborne and you send guys in there on the ground, that gets all sorts of sticky.
Yikes. Yeah, man.
I don't want to see that.
No, you seemed very excited about it a minute ago. He was like, yeah.
No. I know. No, I accept the reality of it, but I don't want to see a ground war. You don't want to see that. We have superior air power. That's why we're using it the way we are. We've softened the shit out of it. That's what we do. And then you go in boots on the ground. You do have to go in if you're gonna install like government and they need help because the bad government that's there now, that regime has all the weapons. Yeah, you need a foreign military to come in and help the civilians, but like that's when it gets sticky, man. I don't want to see that, but you better believe the soldiers that are going to be the ones doing that are fucking ready to rock. They're excited.
They better be, because them boys on the ground over there ready to rock. I know that.
Trust me, they are. The American military is back in a big way. We have some real patriotic little young soldiers heading out there right now. We're pretty psyched.
We had, war since the beginning of the time. Is what it is, So, hey, that's what it is.
Also,
That's why.
I mean, we're kind of jaded by war. We've been at war for years. We just got out of war. Like,
You're right. Huh? We just don't see nothing over here.
Yeah, and we're very lucky because we don't have rockets flying over our heads.
That's what I'm saying.
We get to sit over here in a nice place, and with power and electric, and not worry about that shit. And it's really nice. It's really nice. But it would be nice if we could do that too.
How many more? So Trump is about to make a new law to where he's gonna stay in office, I think, till he dies.
I'm cool with it, but no way. That would never happen. But I'm cool with it.
Cool.
Like, I tell you what, like, I'm gonna be so sad when he finishes his last day, and I am very nervous about it.
War, though? Am I wrong? Isn't that how one of these presidents ended up staying because of the war? Was it?
Yeah,
was it FDR?
That was FDR, but that was a long time ago. Yeah, he had 3 terms or 4 terms.
Yeah, but but this is basically the same thing, is it not?
No, because we've been at war for the last 20 years and nobody else has stayed on. It's okay. Somebody else can fuck it up for a while too.
Trump's gonna try to bring that up though. Now he's like, "We're at war. I gotta stay here."
Well, we need we need JD Vance to come in and bring Donnie on as his liaison and his mentor, and just we can rock the MAGA wave for the next 20 years.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know what Republican is gonna win after Trump. I know that it's gonna be crazy. I know that. Whew.
It's gonna be JD Vance.
Negotiations, as it turned out, and now you've seen what I said yesterday was exactly correct. We're in negotiations right now. They're doing it along with Marco, JD. We have a number of people doing it, and the other side, I can tell you, they'd like to make a deal. And who wouldn't if you were there? Look, their Navy's gone, their Air Force is gone, their communications are gone. That's the biggest problem. It's very hard to communicate them between themselves. All of the anti-aircraft is gone. Most of their missiles are gone. We either shot them or they shot them and don't have them anymore. They're down to a trickle. They're pretty much everything they have is gone. I don't know. Can you name one thing that's not gone, or can you name one thing that's doing well? If you read the papers, you think we're tied. You think we're in a tough battle. We are roaming free over Tehran, the city, Tehran, as opposed to Iran. We're roaming free. We can do whatever we want. And as you know, today we were going to have the privilege of shooting down a very big electric generation plant, one of the biggest in the world. And one shot to the right location ends the plant, it collapses. And we held off based on the fact that we're negotiating.
Yeah.
What do you think was the turning point to make you want to pursue a ceasefire? A few days ago, you said you wanted to continue bombing Iran. Now you want to pursue peace talks. Was there something that happened?
The fact that they're talking to us and they're talking sense. And remember, it all starts with they cannot have a nuclear weapon. Just, I said yesterday, they said, what are the top 10? I said, well, number 1, 2, and 3 is they can't have a nuclear weapon. And they're not going to have a nuclear weapon. And we're talking about that. And I don't want to say in advance, but they've agreed they will never have a nuclear weapon. They've agreed to that.
Let's go.
But another top story that
he said they can't have that nuke. But out of here, no nuke for you.
But you know what? I don't like. He's talking about bombing their that electric power plant. I don't want to see that happen because that's going to cripple. That's going to cripple like Tehran completely.
I cannot believe what I.
That's really
so
that's going to set them back like 25 years.
Oh, now you want to get, okay.
No,
let's look a little bit of David Pac-Man.
I'm about to tell you. This is one of the most outrageous bits of news that I think I have ever presented to my audience. And in a way, I'm ashamed, even though it has nothing to do with me. I'm ashamed because of what is happening in this country. Remember the 2015 Iran nuclear deal, the Obama nuclear deal, which Trump said is terrible. And Trump scrapped in 2018 because he didn't like it. We have now learned that the framework that the Trump administration is considering to end the current optional Iran war, the deal that is now being negotiated, is essentially the Obama-Iran nuclear deal. Think about that. After scrapping the deal in 2018, even though Iran was sticking to the terms of the deal as far as the evidence shows, and Iran saying, well, then we will restart nuclear research and uranium enrichment. And Trump saying, well, now we've got to bomb Iran in June to destroy their nuclear capabilities. And then saying, even though we did that, now we've got to start a war with Iran just a few weeks ago. After all of that, which started with Trump going, we got to get out of this deal. This deal is bad. What is now on the table to maybe end this war, according to the Trump administration, Iran's like, there have been no negotiations. According to the Trump administration, is putting a version of that same Obama-Iran nuclear deal back in place. Now, I started to suspect that that's what was going on after seeing Donald Trump say the following when asked about these negotiations.
Tito, you said there's many points of agreement with Iran right now.
Many.
What, can you give us a
Many, like 15 points. 15 points.
Iran has said yes.
Well, they're not going to have a nuclear weapon. That's number one. That's number 1, 2, and 3. They will never have a nuclear weapon.
They said yes to that?
They've agreed to that.
All right. Now, Iran says that this is completely made up. But after seeing this, I did a little bit of research into what the administration is saying are the negotiating points and the deal points. And the more and more deeply I looked at what was on the table, I realized Trump seems to be positioning himself to accept more or less the terms of the original Iran nuclear deal that was signed by Barack Obama when he was president with Iran to end this war, even though that deal was supposedly so bad that Trump scrapped it, and it is what led to this war. Think about that. Now, what's being negotiated? Okay, I mean, the Strait of Hormuz would be opened, fine. Iran would stop enrichment of uranium. Iran would suspend ballistic missile programs for 5 years. Iran would dismantle 3 nuclear facilities. Iran says that there would have to be a ceasefire. There would have to be guarantees against new hostilities. The United States would not go after Iran. There would be some compensation involved. Now, remember, when the Iran nuclear deal under Obama gave them money, Republicans went crazy. Obama. But remember that it was that the Iran nuclear deal under Obama released money that was tied up due to sanctions. It wasn't Obama cutting checks. It was like, okay, we've held a bunch of money. We're going to release the money as part of the deal. And Republicans said, how can you do that? How can you do that? And part of what is now being discussed for this new deal is that there will be some compensation. There will be, listen to this, international monitoring of what Iran is doing with regard to nuclear, meaning inspectors. This was a major part of the Obama deal, which Trump said, we can't trust the monitors. We can't trust the inspectors. Iran is lying to everybody. There would be a regional arms control agreement, and Iran would agree to end funding for groups like Hezbollah, Yemen's Houthis, as well as Hamas. Now, I think it is relevant to mention that these are the initial negotiating positions. More than likely, if there is going to be an agreement here, it is going to be somewhere short of the laundry list of demands. In other words, what I just read to you is the we would like list. This is what we would love, what the United States would love, what Iran would love. But most of the time when you have a negotiation, you end up somewhere short of that. So,
wow. Well, I get it. It doesn't. I mean, maybe Trump found out some new information or whatever else, and now he changed his mind. He got the right to change his mind. But damn, what you think about that? If it is the same deal,
Whatever. It's not going to be the same government. And that's a win.
that's all you got to say on it, huh? Okay.
Mic drop. Like fucking David Packman. Fuck off. Like listen to him dribble all over the microphone for 20 minutes. He said nothing. Like he forgot to mention that you're taking out a dirtbag regime that kills its own people. They forgot to mention that. Like everybody's mad. Like they don't like it, but they can't talk shit about it because they know it's like a good thing. So they're like, yeah, whatever. Iran's not cool, but like we don't like how he did it. It's like shut up. Shut up. It needed to be done. Nobody else had the balls. Trump got it done. Is getting it done.
Because I have a lot of confidence in this gentleman. And we're thrilled to swear in our new Secretary of Homeland Security, a great American patriot, to put it mildly, Mark Wayne Mullen. And I want to just say, Mark Wayne, congratulations. Great. You deserve it. You're a great man. Let me also thank Secretary Mullen's beautiful family, including his wife, Christy. Thank you. His sons, Jim and Jace and Andrew, and daughters, Lara, Ivy, Lynette, and other members of the Mullen family. It's a beautiful family. You know this guy. He's our big top wrestling guy. I won't wrestle him for anything. An all-American wrestler, huh? Good. You have good genetics in that family. Proud of you. Thanks as well to Attorney General Pam Bondi, Chairman Jason Smith, Congressman Josh Gottheimer, former Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy, and many other friends that are gathered with us. It's a great group of people. For 13 years, Mark Wayne has represented the incredible state of Oklahoma, a state that I won 77 out of 77 counties 3 times in a row. So they like me there. Second was Ronald Reagan at 56. Did you know that? 56. That's not bad. But 77, it's 77 out of 77, I think, right? That's not bad. But he was there in Congress as a member of the House and then as an outstanding United States Senator. And he really has been outstanding. He's been a close and vital partner in helping us secure the border, stop migrant crime, end the scourge of illegal drugs, and make America safe again and make America great again. And he's a tremendous player. He worked with Tom Homan, worked with all of our people on the right. And change too. They see what's happening. They never change. That's what they want. They want to get the votes. With sanctuary and sanctuary cities going at levels that they are, and we've ended a lot. We've done a lot. I think 100 is so. So I support that, and I support common sense.
Would you be comfortable with a deal that involves separating ICE funding from the DHS funding package in order to reopen?
Well, they're working on all of that. That's a detail that they'll explain later. Please.
Integrity and DHS measures. Mr. President, since CISA falls under DHS, and given that many credible voices have raised concerns over its premature and possibly likely faulty 2020 election assessment, will you and Secretary Mullen implement reforms at CISA and at DHS to ensure full confidence in future elections, like in the upcoming?
We'll talk about it. Pros and cons. Look, they used it to try and put me in prison, right? So I can't be thrilled with it. They use that very strongly, very illegally. The Democrats are thugs, and I don't want to say that. It'd be nice to get along, but it's a different country than it was years ago. It was very dangerous the way they used it, and they weaponized government. They used that to weaponize government. So I'm not thrilled, but I'll also go along with 2 groups of people: the military, and I think the military likes it, right? And I'll go along with the senators. I'm fine. But I was a big victim of it. Yeah, please.
Are you going to send Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff to do direct negotiations with the Iranians?
No. Yeah, well, we're in negotiations, as it turned out. And now you've seen what I said yesterday was exactly correct. We're in negotiations right now. They're doing it along with Marco, JD. We have a number of people doing it. And the other side, I can tell you, they'd like to make a deal. And who wouldn't if you were there? Look, their Navy's gone. Their Air Force is gone.
All right. Hey, it is what it is. Y'all heard, man. He did what he did. He said what he said.
I'm such a Trump fanboy. Like, everything he says, I think is awesome and funny. But like, I know like a lot of the shit that he says is so over the top, and he does it just to enrage the shit out of the left. I think it's funny because they don't see it yet. You know, it's been 5 years of him in office, and they still don't get his game. He's so blatant about it.
They're geeking out.
Yo, I love it. I love it. I love it.
I'm just
Let
let me watch some more stuff to get you mad. Then let's try to see this. Let's see
No, you're giving me a headache with this fucking liberal nonsense. Let's see something pro-Trump. Let's hear somebody from my fucking point of view. Let's hear somebody. Let's hear a patriotic American be like, "Hell yeah, America."
Yeah, but I want to get to the bottom of this. I know what America. Yeah, we voted for him. I didn't vote for him, but America voted for him. So let me just see something now, and then we'll find whatever you got. You ain't give me no video.
President Trump that the United States would bomb Iranian power generation infrastructure if Iran did not fully reopen the Strait of Hormuz in 48 hours. Then early on Monday morning, Washington time, the president said that he delayed those attacks because there had been what he called constructive talks with Iran. But the Iranians say, well, that's news to us. There have been no talks taking place. So it's confusing, it's confounding. What is your reading and understanding of what is going on right now?
It's not really confusing or confounding. Trump said this an hour before markets opened. It was expected that the price of energy would go up, and he made the price go down. There have been no talks and no negotiations. The Iranians have no plans to negotiate with the Americans. And also, I think he was very worried that Iran would indeed carry out its threat.
I'm starting to believe he finessed the market, and I wish I knew this. I wish I knew what was going on, so I could have got some of that money. Feel me? Because we know Trump come from that world, so he knew. I think one of the main reasons he knew when he got in office, he knew the power of that as far as the stock markets and stuff like that. Because that's where he come from.
Yeah,
it really don't matter. Sorry, what are you saying? Oh.
I mean, yeah, he's a funny guy, you know.
Well, the ultimate goal really doesn't make a difference, I think, you know. But at the same time, now I think that's crazy.
If him says they're negotiating peace and it's not true, but it keeps the market stable and keeps businesses from going out of business because they can't afford 200 a fucking barrel of oil. Like,
see where you going?
I get it.
Is it worth?
You know,
it might be worth it.
Like it used to be before, without any doubt. Until Iran's satisfied that its demands have been met. Iran did not start this war. Iran did not begin murdering the war by murdering 168 little girls in an elementary school, where the Western media collectively turned.
Yeah, this is now that was probably them. I don't know what's going on. But
even if it wasn't, that was never the goal of the Allied forces to do that shit.
Obviously not. We know that. So that was just stupid to even say. So yeah,
I'm saying I won't even buy into that bullshit. Like, it's nonsense. Like, yo, cry me a fucking river. Like, we apologize. Trust me, we feel worse about it than they do. They're probably mad they didn't get a chance to do it themselves. Like, but
you don't sound that sympathetic about it. But I get it. Where's your people now? Okay, so you want to hear some Fox take on that? I don't know. No, you know, there's some good guys that got independent channels, I think, but so you gotta watch some of those too because they get too deep into stuff. But yeah,
you know,
there's a lot going on.
I was watching. I don't know if you know who he is, Nico Ortiz. You ever seen him?
Nico. I think you sent me one of his videos, right?
Yeah, I have before. He was in the military. He was in the army, and then he was in the army, Marines, and
you
then.
talking about the dread guy that be on Vlad, yeah. Right?
No, that's a different guy. That's a different guy. No, this is an influencer. Like he's a Instagram influencer. He makes videos. He does reaction videos. He's so funny because he's doing like all these videos out of Iran, and he's a straight soldier. He's a combat infantry, soldier. Fucking, he was just like losing his mind. He's like, he loves it. He loves it. It was awesome to watch, like a veteran who has the opinion of the people who are out there doing what's going on out there. Like, and it's like, yeah, they're getting their war. Like, I hate to say it like that, but if you join the military, like most people don't join the football team to go to practice. They want to go to the game. I hate to say it because
you're right.
But I'm saying
it's not like it's a draft or something major, shit like that. Most of those guys in there, they that's what they about. I would think nowadays, I got a friend whose son went in, a grip and stuff. But hey, he's in the Navy. He was in Coronado in San Diego. Then my friend told me, oh, they drafted him. I went, oh, he didn't seem too super excited, but maybe his son will, because that's what he signed up for,
Coronado, that's where they train the SEALs, bro.
Coronado. All I know is it's nice over there. I've been over there fishing.
Very nice. It's very nice.
Yeah, this roller coaster ain't going to end with our president, which is cool with me, because every day is something. He's not going. It's a lot to go in the books with him under his name. He did a lot.
Well,
you can't deny that.
Let's be honest. I got to be honest. Like, the news cycle with what's been going on in the last 3 months is outrageous. Every day we wake up, we're like, what's going to happen today? Because every day it's like crazier than yesterday. It really is insane. You know what I mean? Like, we got terrorist shit going on in America. Like, in every fucking state, it seems like there's been terrorist shit going on in the past few weeks. We're snatching El Presidentes out of fucking buildings using sonic weapons and like making people throw up and shit on themselves. We're getting after it out there. The news.
Rest in peace to the pilots, LaGuardia. Two of them, in the TSA situation because of the shutdown. A lot of people are blaming him for that. You feel me?
No, that's the Democrats, bro. It's their shutdown. Blaming him. Not his shutdown. He didn't shut the government down.
Fired the TSA. Fired all of TSA people.
Said he was going to come out and pay them.
So the Democrats fired all the TSA too. They did everything, huh?
They shut it down. Yeah.
How they got all the power? The Republicans is in power. How's everything blamed on the Democrats?
Because the Republicans don't have any backbone. They don't fight these people on anything.
I think that's backbone. When he fired all them people, he said, "Get rid of them. We don't need them." That's some backbone.
Yeah, no, he had it. I'm talking about like Trump has it. There's no question, but the rest of them in Congress don't. They let the Democrats run all over them.
Crazy as hell.
It is crazy as hell. The politics behind it is absolutely insane. You would think America would want good for America, but there's two different Americas apparently right now, and it's fucking crazy. It's so crazy because the other side can't see the other side of it. I can't see their side of it. They can't see my side of it, but it makes total sense to me.
And you agree with that TSA, all them people getting fired?
No, I don't want people. I want the TSA to do their jobs, and people have